Hi, good evening everyone, and good morning if you're on the other side of the world, and welcome to Clairvoyant Conversations. I am just going to get up my comments list because it doesn't work on here, so I'm going to jump over here. Everyone, and good morning if you're on the other side of the world, and welcome to Clairvoyant Conversations. You can hear my feedback, we're on a delay. Hi Rachel, how are you? Hi Gail. Oh, it looks like my comments are working back on laptop again. This hasn't worked for a while. Hi Marlene, hope you're well too. Hi Elise. So what we'll do, we'll start off by doing a collective reading first, and we'll do a quick one. So let's pick some cards coming up for the next week. Hello everyone. All right. And they're just showing me to overlay some other cards on top of this too. All right, so we've got 6 cards all up, and I'll just show you down here. We've got the 6 cards. So you'll see me close my eyes and tune into the energy of the cards. We'll also get to some one-on-one readings really soon too. Hi. Oh, hey Bailey, how are you? Okay, so just looking into kind of like collective energies, what I'm actually seeing is a lot of blue and green coming up throughout the cards, and what I'm actually feeling is meditating this week and going within on a vision journey into the earth, really like feeling held by like the center of the earth. Think images like Journey to the Center of the Earth, movies like this, and really meditate on what it might feel like to be held within the center of the earth. We're going through a birthing stage. We're going through kind of like a rebirthing of humanity, and we're sort of like in the difficult labor type stages now. So let's flip these cards and see what we've got. And this is beautiful. These cards are gorgeous. So we really need to kind of like get with our meditation and get with these high frequency energies at the moment. So let me just hold these up one by one. So we've got the card of happiness. This is about going with the flow. And we've also got the victory card, and we've got the Ace of Cups. So really positive cards, but remembering the message that we also got with these cards was going within. Sort of that journey to the center of the earth. Please meditate upon that vision morning and night, like just when you're going off to sleep, just, you know, visualize sort of like seeing yourself held in that beautiful energy of the earth. The other name for that is Agatha. So maybe even Googling and finding out about the secrets of Agatha. So we also are working for this next week with psychic senses. So this says, feel the golden white light of this card, cleanse, open, and activate your psychic senses. So really like letting that energy of Agatha, that inner earth realm, infuse and activate and work with your psychic senses, because there are beings that live in the inner earth realm, and they're working with us to help with this ascension of humanity at the moment too. We also have this beautiful card of hope. And this is all about keeping hope alive. It says, always keep hope alive in your heart. Align yourself with others that feel the same. So this is like our little group on here. You know, we've got a beautiful supportive group of different people on here as well. And you can always feel that collective energy, how we kind of like keep hope alive and we inspire each other. And I see, you know, on here when someone's going through a hard time, you know, someone will send them little love hearts and things. And I just think that's just, it's beautiful. We also have this card of desire. This is Kundalini activation as well, is what I'm feeling to do with this inner earth energy. Not only are we activating our inner earth energies of ourself, we're activating the inner earth energies and the portal frequencies within the earth. So we're kind of, she's waking up, we're waking up. We need to hold that beautiful heart loving space to help this transition and this ascension period that we're going through. And I can see lots of thumbs up and lots of likes as well. So I'm sure that there's others that are resonating with this. I'm sending you all kisses. I can see you too, Bailey. Sending hearts. Connect with the playful energies of desire. Build, hold, and release this energy into positive things. So this is a reminder as well with, see this beautiful heartfelt intention and this kind of like heart chakra energy in the center. This is to meditate on this and release this as well. Oh, hi Lucia, hi Claire. Good to see you on here as well. So let's jump in and answer some questions. So let's get up some names and we'll start taking some names. And all right. So Gail, a card on Gail Brockman on guidance. All right. Oh, Casey Lee. Okay. Messages. And Tony Wickman or Wickham. Guidance. All right. And Elise. All right. So thank you everyone for joining us. Oh, and Bailey, you had a question around boundaries and relationships. Let's get that down. This is one of my highlights of the week. Coming and spending time with you all here. It just makes me really happy to share my passion with you guys. So thank you for joining us. I have left a little link in the description box below if anyone is wanting to book a one-on-one personal reading. So many exciting things coming up in the personal readings at the moment. So many beautiful connections and people like on their soul path, their soul mission, are really kind of like getting aligned with what it is that they came here to do. So lots of exciting messages at the moment. Gail, let's pick a card for you around guidance. All right. So what I'm actually seeing come in for you, Gail, is there's like this little bluebird or like a blue jay, and I'm seeing it kind of like fly in and it's coming in around third eye, and I'm seeing it sing a song and it's activating your third eye. So I really feel that the guides are getting you to attune to your third eye at the moment and to really awaken that third eye vision. They're talking about meditating, popping a crystal on there. I'm seeing, it looks like a blue celestial light crystal, which is almost like a blue angelic type stone. So you do have angels that are tuning in with you, working with you for guidance too. So meditating, asking them to participate and help to bring you guidance and let you know when you're on the right track. This is about paying attention to signs and messages, and I feel like there's been a few come up, but this is actually more of an issue, not so much around guidance, but it's to do with trusting yourself. If I kind of peel back the layers and look within, it's like the messages might be there, but we need to tune into that confidence in order to get you to move forward on your path and to choose those right action steps. So let's have a look into this card too. There's a lot of yellow. So this is kind of like that soul path lesson at the moment. So it's like we may have it appear to us as guidance, but when we look underneath it, it's actually more of an issue of confidence is what they're saying. So just to repeat that quickly, which is really cool because we have this in here. So what we think, the purple, we think is guidance is actually more the confidence, which is this yellowy sort of color in this case. And it's about the inner learning. So when we sort of get that key happening, it really it helps to make a difference. It helps to shine light on the path. It helps to line the stepping stones in place as well. So I hope that helps. So Casey, let's pick a card for you. And this was around messages. So we're going to try and get to as many people as we can tonight. So Casey, let's pick a card on messages. All right. So as I'm shuffling this, Casey, what I'm actually seeing is calling your spirit guides in for protection at the moment. And I feel like you just need to work with your guides a little bit more. I feel that they're there, and I'm just feeling the presence of them very strong. Sort of like they're showing me they're energetically there. You're very empathic. You're very able to kind of tune into a feeling level. So this is about calling these beautiful beings in to work with you and to call them in for protection energetically, to give you like a little bit of a shielding and a little bit of a buffer with this empathic gift that you have. So it's just sort of them to kind of like buffer and filter things so that you don't have to be hit with, I guess, an onslaught of empathic energy. So I'll just see what else we have. Okay, the other thing that I'm seeing in going towards like the future side on the right hand side, so whether you're looking at seeking something in terms of like career or like a new kind of like point of like direction is the word that they're giving me, but I'm seeing like Yeah, it's yellow energy. So there's something more like an opportunity coming up to do with work or study is what I'm sort of seeing in the not so distant future. So getting yourself into alignment and getting yourself prepped and ready. So whether that means like looking into your resume, whether it means like skills upgrade, there's something to do with like progression in that way. And just see if there's anything else. The other thing that I'm seeing is blue around this. And this is sort of being represented as kind of like water. So it's getting your emotions clear and succinctly behind you in terms of like your work and everything too. So it's really getting a congruency between like what you think and what you believe around your skills and around work and what you think that you're worthy of. Because if you raise the bar with that, you can like exceed your expectations is the message that is showing me. So let's have a look. Oh my God, same card. So wealth, this is really like turning over new thoughts and new beliefs, and it really is this is the card of wealth, so you know that's a really good sign as well. So I hope that helps, Casey. So Tony, let's have a look for you. Hello to everyone that's just joining us at the moment. We're going to try and get to as many people as we can tonight, so please bear with us, and I'll just see how we're going. There's so many messages on here. It's lovely to see. So Tony Wickham, we were getting a card for you on guidance. Wow, such like a different energy with each of you. Like when I tune in, it's really interesting. So Tony, like what I see around you at the moment is a lot of orange, and they're actually telling me and showing me for you to tune into this power that you've got around you at the moment. It feels almost like primal. And what I mean by primal is there's something very old world, there's past life stuff coming up for you at the moment, and it's especially around like old medicine, like herbs and different like healing ways. It's what you would call like a wise woman. Some people would use the word witch, but I'm seeing you connected to your root chakra and your sacral chakra and solar plexus. All of these beautiful strong chakras that connect to the earth are really at the moment coming up for a present, sort of presenting themselves, and they're calling to you to say remember the magic that you held in this other lifetime. So I'm feeling guidance wise really to look into that, how you can kind of like stream and run this through to help you in the present. So let's flip this card. Okay, so we have this card of worry. So sometimes when we have this come up and connected to the message that we were talking about, it's like you're not sort of standing in your power as much as what you could be at the moment. So it might be looking at what is it that's hindering you in this particular current lifetime. Is it something that's happened, in a situation? Is it something like a negative self-belief that you need to remove, or is it that someone feels that yeah, Bailey, which is representing, is it that someone has told you it's not safe to be in your power? Looking at all different affirmations that come up when you start to meditate and feel that you're standing in your power, because we want to get you to feel safe in your power and to know that you can trust and move forward in your power. This is about you sort of like stepping into that empowered, I'm seeing not just stepping on the land, it's like stomping on the land. So really like summoning up your inner power. Let's pick a card for when you work with that energy, and we'll flip this quickly. This is awesome. Look at that vulnerability. The mask is coming off. The sword is sort of like, it's kind of bending. It's not needing to defend. It's like you're there in all of your goddessness, and there's this raw, beautiful, almost like sexual energy that's so connected. But the funny thing is, we talked about like anchoring on the earth. She is in the clouds. She is in the heavens. So you've surpassed just needing to connect with the earth, and you're also connected to do with the heavens in that. So I hope that helps. Let's see. All right, so we've got Elise. You wanted a card, Elise. All right. Wow, can just still feel like that shift with the energy, with that power, and with those chakras that we were just talking about. So Elise, let's have a look for you. I feel like messages coming up around the heart at the moment, and I feel that someone is around in connection to do with like trying to communicate to your heart. I feel that their guides are kind of being a little bit protective over your heart, and they're talking about just like putting a little bit of self-love and protection. Oh, so I hope you got that message, Casey Lee. We just did that one for you. And yeah, Elise, we're doing it for you now. So what they're showing me is just putting like a little bit, oh, you're so welcome, Casey. So I'm seeing for Elise, like putting a little bit of protection over your heart. I'm sort of seeing what looks to be like a little bit of a veil. And what they mean by that is not necessarily to have your heart fully out there and exposed at the moment. I'm seeing to like tune into finer frequencies and like listen with the heart rather than sort of putting your heart out there and entrusting it with other people. You're welcome, Tony. So yeah, I'm seeing that sort of like veil or buffer at the moment. Let's just also see what else they're showing me. Oh, this is interesting. So the other thing that I'm seeing is sort of connected with what we had come up to do with Casey around this, around Tony, to do with like this goddess energy and stepping in the power. Oh, thank you, Bailey. You're so sweet. Sending you so much love. You're amazing too. You inspire me, and I just have so much love for you. So thank you. So yeah, for Elise, tapping into this goddess energy too. Don't be so giving of your heart energy to those that don't deserve it, is what I'm seeing. This is kind of like putting boundaries up, raising your standards, issues around that. So let's flip this card. And we get the card of success in alignment with what we're talking about. So it's sort of putting up this little shield around your heart. You can see almost like heart energy in the background. There's things sort of set to kind of protect and kind of buffer. It's a really beautiful card. All right, so I hope that helps. I quickly want to pick a card from here for you too. All right, spiritual awakening. And I'm just hearing the guides say, got it? They're just like, spiritual awakening, run with it. It says, ask and allow everything to unfold for your highest possible good. This symbol is also like a big whammy around like throat chakra and around heart. Like feel the energy of this like imprinting for you and feel like the vibration that's coming out of this card. Oh, so much love for you too, Bailey. Okay, so Bailey, we're picking one around relationships and boundaries. Let's dive in and have a look what's happening for you. The first thing that I'm getting come up is yellow, like around throat chakra. This is really about like voicing and learning to kind of like voice your wants, your needs, your desires. And I just see that feminine, beautiful goddess energy coming up too. This is like about dancing with that snake, that kundalini. And I'm feeling like that belly dance energy. It's really like getting into this sacred way and feeling that sort of spiral up from the root chakra up and feeling it like around throat and like releasing it is what I'm seeing. So let's pick a card around that and around relationships and boundaries. Okay, what I'm seeing is that this kundalini, every time I go to shuffle, I keep seeing more from spirit. So spirit is talking a lot. What they're showing me is when you tap into that kundalini energy and you tap into that wonderful goddess energy, it's getting to a point of throat chakra and then it's stopping. And this little snake is starting to come back down and starting to quieten. We want that snake to come out, to have that voice, to invoke that magic and to like deliver the messages, because like I see spirit work through you. I see like that goddess energy work through you as well. Meditate and connecting with Venus, with beautiful Venus energy, and the beautiful Venus goddesses. So we have Aphrodite, asking her to come in and work with you around love, relationships, and boundaries. We also have Hathor. She is another beautiful Egyptian goddess that's to do with Venus as well, and very ET looking, so I'm quite partial to her. Let's see card-wise what we're getting. All right, green coming up. We've got heart chakra energy coming up for you at the moment, and I'm seeing old lessons, and it seems to feel like lessons to do with like around childhood or different patterns kind of like coming up. But what I'm seeing is different things that hadn't finished being played out to do with like childhood, whether it's like relationship dynamics or needing to feel heard is what I'm seeing. So showing me like hearing, but I'm seeing it over the throat chakra. So I feel that it's to ask why there was a block placed around throat chakra, and ask that the connection of who it came up to do with, asking them to kind of step forward in spirit and just having a conversation, asking your higher self to meet their higher self to dissolve this, because it's not something you need anymore. I'm seeing it as a badge that can be sort of like taken off, and like a plug that's coming out, and just like working with tones, working with frequency, working with like singing, working with activating this throat chakra. And what's interesting is they keep showing me yellow in this. So what feels to be a block, or possibly like the wrong color around throat, because throat is usually blue, the yellow is your power. It's like this Leonian lion goddess energy that's like roaring out your throat chakra. So when you tap into the kundalini of this, like just totally like let it roar, let it release, because it feels incredible. Oh my God, the same card. How many like total collective energies here? Everyone like tap into wealth this week. This is coming up third time in a matter of, how long have we been on here? We've been on here 20 minutes, and this is the third time this has come up tonight. This is about not hiding. This is about tapping in to that deep wealth and deep abundance that we all hold on a soul level within us. This is not about hiding anymore. This is about being who you're meant to be, who you've come to earth to be, leading that like soul mission, and really like stepping into your power, activating like yourself on your mission, being unapologetic for who you are. That is a beautiful energy that's coming up with this. And there's so many different like magical gifts and glyphs within this card. Bailey, I feel this is so speaking to you at the moment. Use your magic. You are a goddess. Like invoke that. Look at that. It's like a tree of life in here. You're using all of the magic. It's just perfect. So let's get a few other questions. Oh, Jason's saying wealth. He would love some of that. Belinda, I just saw a question from you. Where are you? Belinda Jane would love some guidance. Hi, Kay. Okay, Jennifer Nicole, let's see for you as well. Um, Anything on love life around the near future, or anything on work? Cool, so we can look into one of them. Bailey, that was such a fun question. I love it. The energy I just feel so like you're working with the goddess energy. That's amazing. Yes, definitely. Joanne's saying we are all here together now for a reason. 100%. Oh, thank you, Deborah, sending me stars. You're so beautiful. Thank you. That's so sweet. Julie Smith. Hi, I'm new here and would love a reading. Let's pop you in and pick a card. So I'm going to try and get to as many as we can. So we are just starting with Belinda at the moment, and we'll come back and try and answer some more. Oh my God, awesome. So Bailey was just saying, yes, runes. God damn, Solreta, you are awesome. I've been told off for spirit, and you've come in with gentle guidance. I love it. Thank you. And I actually have a runestone picture just behind my laptop. So how funny is that? That's like spirit and synchronicity right there. So Belinda, let's pick one for you for guidance. And it's so funny because you just, as soon as you start to shuffle the deck, you feel a shift in energies going from different people. So Belinda, I'm actually feeling what feels to be like when I tap into your energy, I'm going into other realms, and I'm feeling the realms connected like with the fairy realms when I tap into your energy, and I'm feeling something that's like very sprightly. And what they're showing me is sometimes like you have the ability to kind of like flitter in and to like be outside of confrontation or outside of things getting too heavy, but they're showing me that you're a deep feeler, but you also know like when to sort of like have that boundary, is what I'm seeing in this card coming up around guidance at the moment for you. So this could be knowing when to kind of like step in and speak your voice, and knowing when to like step back and just know that nothing that you could say could sort of like resolve things. It's just about being aware of that a little bit too. The other thing that I am seeing, and I'm just going to say it exactly as I see it, is I'm seeing a forest, and I'm seeing like grids with like little crystals, and I feel like this is working with like fairy energy somehow. So yeah, really interesting in that way. All right, I'm just having a look if there was anything else. All right. So yeah, I'm seeing that kind of like magic energy, magic and wonderment and connection with nature. I'm seeing come up for you at the moment as being like a grounding kind of stabilizing force. Just seeing that being really important. Let's flip this card. Okay, Dominion. So there could be some issues coming up to do with like around just like asserting your power, that we were just saying then about like making sure that you're kind of like stepping in at the right time. This has also got some Mars and Aries energy, so watching out for that fire that we talked about. So knowing when to kind of like flit in, but knowing when to step out as well is really highly important. Oh, cool. So Melinda is also saying, yes, astral travel yesterday, another realm. I'm so excited. I can fully see that fairy realm as well. So if you want to like anchor and work with it more, definitely working with the crystal grids, it's going to help take it to the next level. The other thing that I'm seeing is I'm actually seeing like a tea. I don't know if you've been working with like astral tea or herbs like mugwort, or working with stones like moldavite, or other stones that help to facilitate altered states of consciousness, and working with different teas and flower essences that work with the astral realm. But I'm seeing that could be really beneficial to enhancing and holding that gateway open for you. Just surrounding yourself within gold protection energy before you do any of that, but definitely keep working with it at the moment. This is also like a dominion, sort of like over like different realms or gates, but this is like about the energy cleanup. So just paying attention to what I said around working with protection around that too, and that should be all good. So I hope that helps. What a fun thing to work with at the moment. So we've got Jennifer Nicole, want a card for love or work. I feel that love is coming up. Let me just see. Okay. This is interesting. I'm hearing spirit say the words sugar and spice and all things nice. Sugar and spice and all things nice. And what spirit is saying with that message is just to do with, I guess, like the way that we're raised. Sometimes we think that we need to be always one way. And so that would mean like if we're, you know, like little girls are like sugar and spice and all things nice. And little boys are like, what is it, snails and puppy dog tails. So we're taught that like in society, I guess like, or we used to be, that we had to project ourselves a certain way, when really this is like an exterior template of what we're told that we should be. They're wanting you, in order to kind of like get to that attraction and that love, to tap deep within the heart chakra, to tap deep within who you are and unleash this energy, is what I'm seeing, in order to get to like a higher space of soul love. And what I mean by that as well is really kind of like making your wish list. And I'm actually seeing it as sort of like a magic list. So looking at different planetary alignments, looking at like different, I guess like candles and different things that you can use in and around love. I just had the lust card fall out, but they're guiding me to put it back in. I feel like that was a quick message. So looking for like real deep soul love, not just the lust. Get to the depth of it. Get to like really understanding and knowing who you are, because you're going to attract from such a high point. All right, so let's pick a card. All right, so we've got a lot of like learning coming up around love. I'm also seeing like some Mars energy. So looking up when things are like out of balance, if it sort of feels that you're more leaning towards supporting other people in terms of past relationships and patterns, making sure that your voice is being heard, making sure that you're actually like participating, and you're saying like what it is that you want out of a relationship, not just being sort of like in agreement with what the other person is presenting, whether it's, you know, to do with picking a movie, to do with picking dinner, or like the harder questions in life. So I'm just seeing that. Oh, thank you, Jason. Thank you for sharing. I really appreciate that. Thank you. So we'll just have a look into this card a little bit deeper. All right, they're just telling us to flip it. Oh my God. Wealth. There's like 70 something cards in here. And is this the 4th or 5th time that we've had wealth come up now? Can you guys believe that? How incredible is that? Please, like everyone tune into like your wealth energy at the moment. So we've just had full moon in Pisces energy, which is kind of like that watery, flowing nature, which is also working with intuition and things. People be working on your abundance. Please like tap in, work with like stones like We've got citrine here. Citrine is a stone of abundance. Anyone that does not have a citrine, I would highly recommend getting a citrine. With the amount of times like abundance has come up tonight, this is crazy. So abundance has taken over in questions around love, questions around guidance. The card of wealth keeps coming up. This is about also looking at our templates of success, our templates of soul mission, our templates of the vision of where we want to head, where we want to go. And I feel like when I'm saying this message right now, it doesn't even feel like me talking. I feel that Spirit is really just talking through me and talking, with you guys, and really like tap in. Feel abundance as though it's live electricity is what they're showing me. I'm literally feeling it buzz throughout my aura. I'm not sure if you guys are feeling it. Just like put your hands up and feel it, because it's like electric at the moment. Can you guys feel that? Just like give me a little love heart or like a little shout out if you can feel that. Oh, Joanne, you're winning lotto this week. Oh no, you're saying I am. We'll start to tap into that electricity. Actually, I just had one of my best friends share. She has won lotto like 11 times in a row. No joke. And it's all to do with like vibration for her. She, like when she gets into flow, she taps in and she just like will win, whether it's like high amounts, whether it's like, enough to kind of like buy the new ticket or to kind of break even. She is just like in that flow of abundance. So please, like everyone tapping in, feeling that energy frequency spectrum around at the moment. It's electric. Tuning into this electric wealth energy. I'm also seeing different currency stuff come up as well. So possibly investigating different types of abundance, whether it's like to do with, what would you call it? So funny, I'm seeing my other screen that I've got here to do with comments and things, and I just saw this weird like glitch come up on the screen when we were talking about feeling the electricity. It looked energetically like electricity on the screen. So everyone please like paying attention to that. So that was to Jennifer. So we did have that first message around love, but we had abundance come up again. So I'm going to be floored if we get abundance come up again. Okay, so Julie Smith, we wanted a card for you. I'm hearing and feeling different energies come up for you, Julie. I'm feeling, it's almost like my auditory sound went kind of deaf for a minute and then a higher pitch. Your guides are trying to actually speak and communicate to you at the moment. A lot of the angelics will communicate this way. You're so welcome, Jennifer. So yeah, tuning in if you hear that high pitch or you're feeling kind of like a wave of frequency come over you or hit you, asking, okay, hand on heart, what is it that you're trying to show me? Or what is it that you're trying to speak to me? And also looking at like what was happening exactly at that moment, because that will be like a breadcrumb trail to follow or kind of like a rabbit hole to go down. So we're going to get to a few cards in a minute for other people. So Julie, we've got this. All right, so I'm seeing messages coming from source down into the pineal gland, and I'm actually seeing activations happen with the pineal gland. And what this looks like is like little water droplets opening up on the pineal gland. And this is sort of like the nectar of the gods. This is working with the pineal gland. Actually will have a physical substance that comes out of it. Some of it will materialize as like an ash. Sometimes it will materialize as a nectar where you can actually taste it dripping from the center of your brain. Really, really just so incredible to work with this. It's also said to sustain people on a nutrient level too and give them kind of like the minerals and things that they need, but it also activates that dimethyltryptamine, that kundalini, that spirit molecule within us. It brings on vision. So looking at how you can activate and work with that spiritual vision at the moment, I feel like is a big message for you. So let's flip that card. This is cool. We've got the card of the Fool. This is like you have God-given gifts. You really need to tune in, get into that vortex state, start really, really like turning it up in terms of meditation if you're not already meditating, and start to like come into attunement with who you are and what gifts you have as well. So really special one there. That's all about like tuning into your heart too. So your heart might also be a way in. Oh, Emma, you must be on the other side of the world because you're saying good morning. Hey, let's see what else we have. Okay, so all right, so Patricia Rossier would love a spirit reading. So I'm just going to write a few names down, try and get to as many as we can. So please bear with me. For anyone that does want a full in-depth one-on-one hour reading that you can record over Skype, we do an aura drawing, we do cards, we talk to your guides, we can really hone in on all of the different topics that you want to look into and different questions. So I do have a link in the description box below with a booking system. And so Patricia, spirit reading. Okay, Lauren, Deanne. Or Deanne. Advice. And we've got, oh, so Ren is saying, where is it? So Ren Haskell, getting a lot of abundance and information around my business, was asking where to set up my business, couldn't tap in, then clicked to be having chains on my business, so I need to ask where to start the first chain. You may check in on that one, please. I'm not 100% sure what you mean by the chains. We'll have a look and we'll see what comes up, Ren. We'll just do one on business and see what comes up. That might be one to ask in a in-depth reading, because it feels like I'm seeing guides go like this, like a really long answer. And Tracy, you wanted some guidance. Tracy Graven Maker. Let's see, guidance. Okay. And then we'll come and we'll grab some more. Thank you everyone for your patience and for being with us tonight as well. So Patricia, let's have a look into this question around spirit. All right, so when I start to shuffle and I start to connect into my cards, do you ever get that feeling sometimes that there's someone standing next to you or someone like in the room watching you? Because that's what I'm feeling. As soon as we start to shuffle and we're tapping into spirit, they're telling me to put the cards down. And they're telling me like just to close your eyes and just to sit. And they're talking about like there's a lot of spirit around you is what I'm feeling and seeing. So let's pick a card around that. But they're just sort of like hinting towards that it's really about like energetically tapping in. Okay. All right. So what I'm actually seeing with this is they're showing me having like a big in-breath or big like, they're saying the word inspiration as well. And I'm feeling myself come into alignment and connecting to higher self. But then I'm seeing spirit around me with this card too. And I feel that spirit it's guiding you to kind of like use your own intuition and guiding you to kind of like attune to your connection to higher self and to source energy. We'll flip this card. We had this card come up before, Dominion. So this is really about learning how to clear. So learning techniques on clearing spirit as well, so that you can have like a higher connection with source. Anything that comes in that feels of a lower or a negative vibration, or anything that feels uncomfortable, or anything that feels like it doesn't hold your best highest good, or it doesn't hold love, you have the absolute choice and 100% right to send that away. So you can visualize a column of white light that's outside of your place, possibly like in the street, and send any spirit that's not supposed to be there into that light that goes directly back to source. Even doing some smudging, things like that. I'm just going to pick a card for you for after doing that out of my other deck. So we have the card of dreams. So what this represents is the ability to be almost like a shaman and go between worlds. So this is really about you choosing in which the way that you work with spirit. And it's knowing that there is messages and things from spirit, but this is about you controlling it rather than spirit controlling you. So I'll just read this to you quickly. A dream is receiving communication from the unconscious mind. Notice reoccurring symbols and meanings. So I hope that helps. Let's have a look for some others. Okay. All right, so Lauren, Deanne, we're having a look at a card for advice. Okay. Okay, Lauren, the first message I'm getting when we start to tap into your energy, they're just saying just breathe. So I'm not sure if you've had like anxiety and things around like needing advice or just in life at the moment, but I'm hearing them say the words, don't worry, baby girl, we've got you. And I'm just feeling spirit hold you, and they're just saying just breathe. And they're really just like coming together collectively, and I just feel them around supporting. And it just feels really, it just feels like such a place of nourishment and such a place of being held and cradled. So Spirit's really wanting you to feel that at the moment, to tap into that and to go into doing things that are making you feel kind of like relaxed and restored. Okay, let's pick a card with that. The other thing that I'm feeling around you, Lauren, I'm not sure if there's been some kind of grieving of some kind. It doesn't necessarily have to mean someone that's passed, or whether there's, a friend or a person, could be even a relationship that's no longer in your life, whether you feel like there's a little bit of a gap. They're just telling me breathe. Just breathe is the words that I keep hearing Spirit say around this. So let's have a look at this card. All right, I'm seeing energies around like they're giving me the word like self-moderation, and what they mean is learning what is kind of like self-soothing and not learning to externalize like when you're feeling something deep. So what I mean by that is not looking for something that's going to pacify feelings emotionally. So say like, when we're having a really bad day, or we're just feeling like teary, and we might reach to like the ice cream or like comfort food or chocolate or chips or whatever like other vice, or whether it's like reaching out to talk to someone, or reaching out, not that reaching out to talk to someone's bad, because it's not, but if you're doing it as a way of avoiding feelings and things, it can be. They're really talking about like getting to the height of this kind of energy. So let's flip this card. Yeah. So this is making sure that things are not getting stagnant. It's making sure that you're really dealing with the emotions underneath that we were talking about before, to do with like breathing and being held. This is also sometimes related to do with sort of like a toxic purging. So whether it's on an emotional level, like an emotional cleanup, or whether it's to do with the lymphatic system. The beautiful positive energy that we do have in the original template is Venus energy again. So working with the goddesses of love, working with Aphrodite, working with Hathor, meditating with them, finding music that's like Venus inspired music, working with flowers that are Venus inspired flowers, like roses, violets. Working with flowers that are highly perfumed, that make you feel that your heart chakra is opening, tapping into that, and feeling held by Spirit, but also remembering like to seek help, from a professional too, if you do kind of like want to up at a level and get to the root of the problem a little bit faster, or have like an outside view on that. We can go deeper into that kind of thing in a one-on-one reading. The other thing that I'm starting to feel is just like almost like a little bit of a headache type feeling around one side of the head. I feel like you need more water too. It feels sort of like a little bit of sometimes you'll get a headache and it's to do with like feeling a little bit burnt out. It feels more to be like that, or like a tension headache. So Ren, let's have a look around business for you. All right. Okay, Ren, I'm hearing them say the word clarity. They're saying it really loud. So making sure that you have like a smooth plan, and I'm seeing it as a map. It almost looks kind of like a tree, and there's different branches on the tree, but we need to first like water and nutrient feed the roots. We need to sort of like get that tree like sprouted, and then sort of see it like flourish, and then like different branches come off. So there might be like an example, or what is the word they're trying to give me? So it's like grow one branch first and then grow another. I'm seeing something that could later lead into a franchise, but you need to get your roots like really stabilized first, and really like go back to look at like your action plan, and to look at sort of like your 1 year plan, your 2 year, your 5 year, your 10 year, and 15 years, and to work your way back down and really look at your business model for success. I'm also seeing to get someone as a mentor that you really like deep down resonate with on a heart level, not just even for like the mindset point of view, but I feel like it has to be someone that resonates on a heart level, is what they're showing me around this. Oh, thank you, Lauren. Thank you. That's so sweet of you. I'll just see what else we have for Ren. Okay, the other thing that I'm seeing, Ren, is I'm seeing like different books. Spirit showing me different books opening up. The color of the books is blue. And I'm just looking at like what they're showing me when they open the book. There's a circle in there. and it looks almost to be like a moon eclipse in one part. I'm seeing like different rituals or different kind of like manifestations working with power around different moon cycles. Eclipses are really, really powerful for you, is what Spirit is showing me. Let's flip this card. Oh, this is cool. This is the card of the priestess. This is like the ultimate manifester. When you call in and you work with your business template and you're really working with like kind of like backtracking on it, you're calling it in on a spirit level to manifest on a physical level. So this card represents someone who is kind of like an ultimate manifester. It represents someone that goes beyond the normal steps of manifestation. So you're not having to kind of like aim with sort of like the Sagittarian bow and really like pinpoint it. It's like you're calling it in from the sky and from the thunder. And we just hit 444 on the live, like on our number. So 444 represents like your angels are watching and your angels are giving you messages, but we had an extra 4, but it's still in alignment with that. So paying attention to the signs and things around that, so powerful. So really good sign. Again, this is another area that's so far in depth that it really would take a lot longer to really get into the specifics of the different aspects of the business, but it's a good general indication of where things are going. Okay, so Tracy, we're having a look into guidance for you. Okay, so also Ren is saying, yes, awesome, you're correct. We'll be doing spiritual business concept. Awesome. That card represents it. Get your template done. Really like infuse that spiritual energy. Thinking about it as sort of like a spiritual technology. All right, so Tracy, I think it was Craven Maker, might be. We're looking for guidance. All right, so the first thing that I'm seeing for you is they're actually showing me an image of guidance. And what I mean by that, I feel to pick a card out of here for you as well, Tracy. I'm seeing what looks to be you as a spiritual being standing and visualizing yourself under like a waterfall, and there's cascading energies and waterfall energy that's kind of pouring over you. So this is not only like an energy clearing place, but visualizing yourself going into this like waterfall space for meditation. So that get into your meditation, feeling into the energy around you, visualizing yourself in like a waterfall shower situation, and asking, I'm seeing like they're showing me your third eye having that water kind of fall on there. This is also something you can do in the shower as a live meditation, and asking for guidance to wash over you, asking for like your soul's wisdom and knowledge to wash into your mind so that you can use that wisdom and step forward. So let's look into these cards. Abundance. How much like the cards of like wealth and abundance tonight. People, we are tuning into your wealth and abundance. This is amazing. So how funny is this? We're talking about standing under a waterfall and letting that light wash into you. This card, look at the lotuses coming from the higher spiritual realms. It's bringing the magic. It's flowing into you like light. Feel the words, like feel the impact of the vibration coming through this card, and the vibration of the energy coming through spirit in what I'm saying. Really like tapping into this. And crystals, that's cool. So I'll just read to you what it says. So this is access the divine wisdom and knowledge that crystals contain. Meditate and connect with the elemental being of a crystal. So you can even hold that crystal on the third eye around guidance. But yeah, I feel like your guides are giving you guidance around abundance at the moment too. So let's have a look if there's anyone else. Okay, Jason Hillard. I'll wait till you have got to the others in time you have with us this evening. So Jason, let's answer a card for you. Oh, thank you, Susan. Let's also give you a message. Susan Williams, thank you so much for sharing. I really appreciate that. And Marlene McCardle, you would love a message as well. Okay, so let's try and quickly power through some of these, get to as many people as we can. Oh, Patricia, thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you. All right, so Jason, let's have a look. Oh, wow, Jason just got hit with like ET energies and got hit with like other things happening in the spirit realm. It was like they're just right there. As soon as I shuffled the cards, I'm seeing three guides, three different beings that are standing there on my left hand side that are wanting to come through and communicate. This is probably something to dive into in like a full blown 1 hour session, and the amount of information and things that I'm feeling feels way more than like an hour. But what they're telling me is pay attention to the guides around you, tapping into them, making sure that they're there for your best and highest good is always foremost, on my mind for when we work with guides, because you only want to work with positive ones that are bringing better and higher opportunities and more love into your life. They're so there. They're so like ready to communicate with you. Let's flip this card. Futility. So I go by what it feels and what it speaks to me. This is you being an antenna, a reception to spirit. This is all the spirit that's wanting to come in. Blue represents communication. We have the power of Aquarius and the moon in this. This is about you using your gifts. It's about you, connecting heaven to earth to heaven and tuning into your frequency gifts as though it's like a radio station. So a really special card. You have a lot of gifts to work with if you want to use them. So I hope that that helps. And using different ways to tap into your communication, because I'm feeling empathically that they're standing right next to me wanting to communicate. Just like lean into their energy a little bit. You can communicate through asking for visions or asking them to speak to you, but I feel that they're there, and just lean into, okay, what is it that you're trying to communicate to me, and really feel into it empathically. So Susan Williams, we wanted to get a message as well. Okay, Susan, when I'm tapping into the energies that are coming up for you, they're telling me to let go, like to drop your shoulders. Let go, and just like it's like dropping the weight off. So whether there's been like a feeling of frustration or kind of just like that kind of energy, they're just saying like let the tension go out of your shoulders. And it might not even be that you're aware that you're carrying that at the moment. Hi Baron, nice to see you on here. But yeah, they're just saying like drop that energy at the moment. Don't feel that you have to hold the weight of the world on your shoulders. And I feel like Spirit's really coming and speaking this message to your heart. And they're just bringing in like a real soothing kind of like calm, melodic energy. It feels really peaceful, and it feels like it's full of grace. And they're saying instead of feeling the frustration to do with people around you and to do with like you're feeling that you're holding kind of like the weight of the world sometimes, or that you're having to kind of like negate through other people's issues, they're really talking about coming back to yourself. So let's flip this card. Art, which I always see as alchemy. This is Spirit really working with you at the moment. This is also kind of like transmuting the energy. When you shed that, you're able to tap in and feel your own magic. So really like stepping into that. I hope that this helps. Let's pick another card for you really quickly out of this other deck. All right. All right, so we've got this one. What's this one? Oh my God, what did we just talk about? Like intuition and guides and things and dropping. So when you drop it, you have more power to tap into this, because we just had the alchemy card. This is your inner alchemy. Oh, lovely. You're saying you can relate to this. Tap into your inner intuition, your inner alchemy, your inner goddess. Look at this. This is one of my cards that I've drawn. So this deck is actually for sale on my website. It says, access the answers of your heart. Let your intuition guide you to make the best choice. But in order to get to that stage, we need to drop the weight of the world and drop having to feel responsible for other people, or that we have to kind of carry them. So I hope that that helps. Marlene McArdle or McArdie, let's pick a card for you as well. Oh, Jason, Archangel Michael is my buddy. We work together. You can really feel your guides so present with you. You have a strong crew. Definitely like work with them at the moment, especially, and they're really guiding you. They're so there on an intuitional level. So Marlene, okay. Marlene, I'm just getting energies of sunflowers. it's like sunflower, 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 like popping up is what I'm seeing from spirit. And I'm seeing a lot of like Leo energy coming in to do with this. So it's like the lions are bringing in this. So lions are protectors. And I mean like a lion as in Lion. I'm not sure if my accent comes out sometimes with some of the people on the other side of the world. So I just want to be clear. I'm saying like as in a wow type lion. Let's flip this card. Okay, so we were talking about like spirit bringing sunflowers and things at the moment. This is the card of disappointment. So this is sort of like the opposite energy to the sunflower energy. This is sort of like we need to do like a little bit of a tune up in terms of clearing. So definitely like sage, putting on clearing music, getting the energies like revamped and clearing anything out that doesn't need to be there, whether it's on a house level, doing a bit of spring clearing, whether it's on a guided visualization, doing kind of like removing anything that doesn't need to be in your aura or like entity removal, that kind of thing. Play the music, like have, you know, the beautiful chants going, use the different phrases to kind of like lighten and clear anything that doesn't need to be there. So we have this kidney energy, which represents fear on a negative in Chinese medicine. The opposite of that is love, but you can see these gorgeous crystal cups are the template. This kind of like yellow stuff in the middle sometimes represents a bit of purging that needs to happen on an emotional level, or things that are holding on to Joanne saying roar as well. So yeah, it's really kind of like clearing up, getting back to your original beautiful template and feeling that you can hold that stabilization of your own energy. This could also represent that, you know, the energy that we're all going through on the planet at the moment to do with lockdown too. So really trying to not let other energies impinge on your own happiness, holding strong within yourself. Know that like we are sending you lots of love as well. So I hope that that helps. Let's see if we can get to oh, Ren, yes, awesome, you're correct. We'll be doing spiritual business concept. Okay, I'm just going to have a look at this. Hold on a sec. Sorry guys, just had someone spamming. All right, I'm back. Let's see. Oh, so Nick, hi Solreta. I wanted to come on here and thank you so much for helping me get back on track with my oneness. Your words of wisdom and angelic energy have been huge for me. I'm very grateful we crossed paths last week. So the journey continues. Blessings to you. Oh, that just, it touches my heart. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's really, it's really beautiful. That touches my heart too. Oh, I just love hearing messages like that from you guys. Thank you. It just makes me feel that I'm living my purpose. It's really sweet. Kat Rogers, let's quickly answer a card for you. I would love to have guidance at this time, please. Let's see. Okay. All right. So, let's see. I'm seeing what looks to be, I'm just going to hold up my water. I have it in a mason jar tonight. Don't ask me why. It's just, I like drinking out of them. I'm seeing what looks to be like water being held up, almost like to spirit blessing it, and then I'm seeing you actually drinking it. So what this was about is like restructuring water. When you're like doing a prayer or you're doing a blessing into water, you're structuring it at a molecular level, and then you're actually drinking in that prayer. So or you're drinking in that beautiful blessing. So clear scientific examples can be seen if you look up Dr. Emoto's work, who was a Japanese scientist that worked with water, water in emotion. So you can actually see it forms like a crystalline structure. So looking at like the word blessings, or looking up the word like love and gratitude, had the most beautiful perfection state, like a snowflake that would be almost impregnated into the water molecules. Whereas if you look at polluted water, it didn't have a absorbable structure. It looked quite fragmented. So they're just showing me like you working with this at the moment. So if there's something that you're working on, Kat, put that blessing into the water, drink that alchemy in, and really feel yourself kind of like saturating in this, and feeling that within you as kind of like an inner alchemy and inner magic. Really special. We've got this card again, futility. This is about you, like not only like connecting to the earth, to spirit, but like holding it up, and then you're kind of pouring that back in. So you can see that coming back down in the spirit. This is also working with the moon too. So we are still a little bit tapped into full moon energy. We do like to ideally manifest leading up to full moon, because we're building and we're stepping into that power. But you can utilize like different astrological alignments and things as well. Let's also see if we have, let's pick, because we're running out of time, we've got a few seconds left. Let's pick just a few cards for collective for tonight. All right, this is something to meditate on with going to bed tonight. We've got spiritual awakening, peace, and manifest. Wow, so much around like manifesting tonight, and around like wealth. Definitely like tapping in. Maybe even write a wish list around wealth. So let's read these quickly. Spiritual awakening, ask and allow everything to unfold for your best and highest good. Manifest, this is actually about manifesting and pulling in energies outside of the earth. This is about working with the higher template and a spiritual template. So things that we want to manifest and bring about on the earth, like peace and love and abundance, and kind of like that connection to our sovereignty. Sometimes it's about extending and reaching our hand outside of this earth domain to bring it in from where it's already existed and manifested on other planes and dimensions, and feeling what that feels like and bringing it in. It's almost like that dance move where you see, it's like, you know, grab it and bring it in. So it says, you are the creator. Connect with your energy imprint of this card. See, hear, and feel things coming into fruition. Peace is exactly the same message. Feel that peace from outside of the earth and bring it in. And looking at how many people we've had on here tonight, if we all collectively focus on bringing peace and love, having already manifest, and we're shooting that out of our heart chakra and materializing this on the physical plane within us, and that being the beacon of light, then we're reflecting that light to others that are around us, and those lights are switching on other lights. It's just so special. And this is something that we all have the ability to do. So it says, connect with the peace coming from outside of our galaxy. Know that we are not alone and that we're being helped. And I feel that that's a beautiful message to leave on tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. I highly, highly appreciate and have so much gratitude for you all coming here. And I just want to send you so much love. Thank you, and have a beautiful week. I'll see you all next week. Also, booking link below if anyone wants private reading for next week. There's still a couple of places available. Bye.